Mic test 1, 2, mic test 1 and 2 for the live stream. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Midway University. I am two-time Grammy Award-winning singer John Cicada, and we are here for today's afternoon matchup between UC Clermont and your Midway University Eagles. Clermont coming into this game with a record of 1-2. Not a whole lot in the way of stats online for the Cougars, but I know they have lost to a couple of River State's teams. Midway, or I'm sorry, they lost 4-0 to IU Columbus and 7-1 to Shawnee State. Outshot 33-3 in that game against the Bears. Shots, they have certainly been hard to come by for the Midway Eagles. Last two games, they come in 1-3 with two straight losses. Back-to-back shutouts, had just 10 shots in those games with 3 on goal. The Eagles were supposed to play Kentucky Wesleyan yesterday, but the game was canceled. And speaking of cancellations, there is I don't know if a rich history, got to get this angle between these two teams and cancellations, but this is the first official meeting between the Eagles and Cougars. They were scheduled to play in 2017, had that game canceled twice, if you would believe it, and then the following year, September 7th, 2018, also supposed to play, and wouldn't you know it, another cancellation. But Mother Nature couldn't slow us down. Here we are. Frankly, I feel bad for anybody cooped up inside watching Week 2 of the NFL when you've got Midway Eagles soccer. Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube channel. Trying to, you can see, situate the clock. I will say the clock you see on screen is about 3 or 4 seconds behind, but that's something I'm going to try to keep an eye on. Hopefully get right. We are a minute in. The first of 2 games today. And we got a breakaway opportunity here right away. And it's going to be, they're going to say that hit the post. That was a favorable call for Midway. That one teetered on the inside. Need to see who it was. Can't see the number. That was number 10. Daniel Withers with the shot that they ruled it did not cross. It wasn't. And the Eagles dodge a bullet there very early. Midway trying to answer here is A.P. Perry with the pass. Going to be denied and knocked out of bounds. And we are going to have our first corner kick of the day. Jared Baston heading over to the flag. Sends that in. The keeper is well out of position, but he came up all the way to the 5-yard line to snag that one out of the air. Big time gamble, but it did pay off in that instance. Pass inside. That ball's right at the feet. And that is going to be a goal. So Midway scoreless in its last 2 games. That was Andy Alfredo with the score. Alfredo off a pass from Owen Clements. And Midway, after dodging a bullet on the other end, takes advantage of a point-blank scoring opportunity and takes a 1-0 lead. 41-31 to play. Ball's going to be out of play. Some stats up. I believe that is Alfara's first goal.
Goal by Andy Alfaro and assist to Anwar Perry.
Looks like Anwar Perry got the assist on that play. That is Andy's, a freshman, that is his first career collegiate goal. So, a much-needed fast start for a Midway team who is not going to get anything going offensively against Union and Georgetown, two quality opponents to be sure. On the attack again for Midway. That's going to be batted away.
Midway goal was scored by number 25.
Be a foul on the Eagles.
With the assist to number 30, Anwar Perry.
Perry on the attack again. Anwar entered the day Midway's leading scorer with 2 goals.
Who's that corner kid in there? Is that Perry?
That wasn't a corner.
Just kidding. Nope.
I need to take it out too far. I'm trying. More up, point more down. So, yeah, like that. Okay.
Guerrero, Midway. About 8 minutes past here. And the Eagles holding a 1-0 lead. Perry kicks it inside. Alvor trying to get inside position. He's going to be cut off. Not out of play, and we're going to get a corner kick. It'll be into Pollock, who steps up. Ball loose in front of the net, and that's going to be another goal. Off the deflection, that looked like Blake Warner. I don't have a great angle. That looked like Blake Warner got in front of the ball. And that's an offensive bonanza for Midway after failing to score each of the previous two games. 36:07 to play. It is now 2-0. Confirmation that that was Blake Warner on the goal. Warner, a junior transfer from Lindsey Wilson. That is also his first goal as a Midway Eagle. And we're going to get an offsides penalty on the Cougs.
Was there an assist on that last goal?
Midway goal scored by number 24, Blake Warner.
Blake Warner goal unassisted.
I got it.
Assistant Athletic Director Dylan Brown exhaustively running from the field to the press box to announce it. I don't know if people heard. He was being more than a little snippy about it, so I think we might have to handle it internally. But you know what? I'm not here to air the dirty laundry of the Midway Athletics Department. I'm here for invigorating play-by-play, and by golly, I'm going to deliver. And this is the This is the third consecutive game UC Clermont has played against a team from the River States Conference. As of right now, they have been outscored 13-1. Long way to go in this one, as we learned from the Midway women's game. There is not unshakable security in a 2-goal lead in the first half. be out of bounds. Clermont just joining us. And about as near a miss as you could have had. A shot off the post by Dylan Withers. Frankly, if we had the capability, almost certainly would have gone to replay, but it was ruled that it bounced off the crossbar. Midway with another attack. Anwar Perry open. Good saving. Good save opportunity there by Dejan Cousins. Perry, Midway's most prolific offensive player so far. Got a good look, but a good read there by Cousins. I give him credit. The full bore layout there for a shot that was about 13 feet wide. It was,
I'm here.
I love a good flailing. But you know what? He made a good save the previous play, so he definitely earned that one.
Jose, do you want to be the
I can do it. Hey,
KP? You're here.
you know how to do it?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna send me an opportunity.
Heavy week of action here at Midway.
Right here.
Women's volleyball team off to a 5-2 start. Haven't played in 2 weeks, but they will play the first home and conference game of the season on Tuesday at 7 o'clock against Oakland City. Following day, the women's soccer team will be here to face Georgetown. And then Friday, we have women's soccer against Campbellsville Harrodsburg and the Midway University Cross Country Invitational. That's all can be seen at Midway next week. Well, technically, I guess the cross country race is in Versailles, but we're hosting it all the same. Jared Baston's going to have a corner kick. And that's to make no mention of the women's soccer game against UC Clermont coming up immediately after this one. There's still a long way to go. Header attempt by Reguero. Not able to make contact, and that's going to go the other way.
It's like in Madden when you hit stick and you're not supposed to.
Back to Connor Vincent. Haven't been too busy thus far. Push ahead, Clermont with the attack here, but a little too much chutzpah on the pass, and it finds its way to Connor Vincent. Attack here. A lot of contact, a double team. Midway. And that ball will be sailed out of play. Good defense back there. It was Blake Warner. Yeah, it looked like Owen Clements. Warner already with a goal, now making his presence felt on the defensive end. Just announce who's in. You don't need to announce who's out, but yeah, subbing in for, but you don't need to say who's out. laissez-faire pass, but got enough juice on it to get it back to Cousins, and
Yeah, when you just say like subbing in for the Midway Eagles.
Mm.
What's the other team?
yeah.
Face off is 12 for 30. 12 for 30.
Yeah, 12:30. Was that for us or them? Our first substitution of the day,
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles.
Miles Izell. Anwar.
Today. Not bad. Could be better.
Let me say something. Hey, Dylan, I'm going for your spot right now. Yeah, I'm gonna take her job once it's done. I don't think so.
There's another opportunity here for Clermont, and that's going to be a goal. So UC Clermont answers right back. Trey Wynn got completely free. That is the second wide open shot. Yeah, I think so anyway. That the Cougars have gotten, and the first one they've converted, and there is 24-22 to go in the first half, and it is now 2-1.
Goal by number 9. Assist to number 11.
And I don't know, we're going to call that it's not unassisted.
Who was that, Seb?
Assisted by Alex McAfee.
46 came out.
Okay, that helps out. Not much. Do I need to announce our subs too, or just ours? Just ours.
10 for 46 on the set. 10 for 46.
Thank you.
Ben Banton checking into the game for Midway, who's trying to answer back here.
You can announce that sub there, Jose. It was number 10, Ben Banton. Yep.
Coming in for the Midway Eagles. Number 10, Ben Banton.
We are at roughly the halfway point of half number un.
Jose, don't be coming for my job unless you can announce the goal, too.
Why goal?
What you're supposed to do. You announce it for the other team and you announce it for us.
Yeah. Yeah, you announced the goal.
This is not just a us show. It's a soccer show for everyone.
I enjoyed it just too much. Yeah, but he told me not to announce it. Who got that goal for the other team so I can announce it?
Number 9. Assist by number 11.
That's a goal. 11 had the assist.
There's a lively one up here, as I'm sure much of the chatter is making its way into the microphone.
What's your team's name? Why don't you say the team?
UC Clermont. UC Clermont Cougars. That's a full extension, no whistle.
Goal for the Cougars. Number 9, Trent Wayne. 11 with the assist. Alex McAfee.
They're letting them play. Certainly on this possession.
I'm coming for your spot, I'm telling you.
You got to get rid of the training wheels before you get started.
Okay, dude.
Just bypass, I just go for Jake, man. As the aspiring university president, I would encourage you to. attack mode. As Alvor cut off. Good play on the back end there, but another shot on goal. Not, and it's going to sail wide. I think that was Baston. Had an open look, but missed it wide. We're going to have a substitution in for UC Clermont. Nathan White's checking out.
Is 17 for 3. Again, that is UC Clermont 17.
Hamid
Do I need to announce that?
Jurahonov. Soccer is not a sport you don't want to have a pronunciation guide for. Apologies
Number 17.
to Hamid if I said that improperly.
Subbing in for the Cougars, number 17, Hamid Juravo.
We have 20 minutes remaining here in half number 1. This Midway started its sprint football season yesterday. A few of the players walked into the facility. Had a great first half. Actually led preseason favorite St. Mary of the Woods 17-13, but undone by a couple of second half pick sixes. Midway lost 41-19. It's good play by Clements to get it out as that was threatening again. And I tell you, no one is going to call Tyjon Cousins timid back there in the goal position. He's 30 yards out. We got a scoring opportunity, and it's going to be saved. Or no. How foolish of me. That one found its way into the net. I thought that got batted aside. But the reaction of the crowd and the graphic on our scoreboard leads me to believe that Henry Alvor converted a goal.
Goal was scored by number 7, assist to number 15. Goal scored by 7, assist 15.
And that was assisted by Martin Escobar.
12, assist 12, goal 7.
My embarrassing faux pas notwithstanding.
Number 7, Henry Alvin, assist by number
12.
12, Miles Eston.
Number 22. Who came out for number 22?
So it was 22 and 15 that went in then. No. 21 and 15 went in. 21 and 15 for 7 and 25. 7 and 25 came out. 21 and
Carl Shand and Martin Escobar.
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 15, Martin Escobar.
Yeah, KJ.
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 21, Carl Shan.
Miles Azell had the assist. That one, not Martin Escobar, who just checked into the game. So it is 3-1 Midway. It's knocked away by Jacob Pollock. And, uh-oh, we got ourselves a card. And that was definitely, I think, a language infraction because don't know what was said, and something tells me that I would be reprimanded for saying it here on the air. And, oh, we got a red card.
What's going on?
And so we got a lot to sort out here, but I believe a coach on the UC Clermont sideline has been ejected. He gave the aggressive, sarcastic clap. Out he goes. We will try to get that information for you. So a yellow card on the field, and then a red card on the coach. It's a good move inside. Another opportunity, and Clermont scores. This is a veritable offensive explosion here. I think that was Isaac Thiama.
Talk to me, dude. He's having to kick the guy out, bud.
And I have to wait for clarification to get some of this because we have our normal spotters tending to the ejection. Chaos has erupted here. In this Sunday afternoon showdown.
That's some subs, right? Yeah, but I don't know who they are.
So it is 3-2 with about 16 and a half minutes to go. It has been a highly eventful first half.
Smack the right off the chops. I know that hurt.
Martin Escobar with the header. You could hear almost the sound of, I don't want to say skull fragments because clearly he wouldn't be standing, but that was not an attack I would want to take.
I know. Yeah, it was number 6, but I don't know who the assist was. I think it was 11.
Should I just announce it?
I'll wait.
Yeah, put the goal in, man, and then maybe we can add the assist later.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Soccer's a little aggressive.
Gonna have to get some cooler heads to prevail here. This one is turning ugly really quick. Already had an ejection. It's kind of a careless pass back to Ray. Vincent's able to boot it out. Yeah, we're gonna get a stoppage.
Let's get who got that goal, please.
What's that?
Who got the goal for the number 9? Number 9 and the assist.
We don't have the assist.
So I just say the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Did you need the card information?
Goal by the Cougars, number 9, Trey Wynn.
I know that it was a 17-22, and then coach got the red card, but I don't know the yellow card.
He's off the field there. 14:03 to play.
Hey Dylan, you got the subs for the other team.
I think he was kicking it out.
I ain't even made it back to the field yet.
I'm sorry.
Might go ahead and input the yellow card in there.
Team's off the field here. What's that?
Yellow card that started the red card was on number 13. Was that yellow?
Getting some clarification, was Connor Race who received the yellow card that led to the ejection of a coach. I don't know if it was head coach Avery Patton or one of his assistants, but I anticipate I will learn that information shortly.
For the red card, I just give it to the team for the coach.
I think so. I think, yeah. On bench. Oh, maybe it is just team. We're back.
Their team was ejected.
Yes.
And gonna be a foul on the Cougars. Back we go. 13 minutes and change. AJ Shan with a shot and he scores. We're about 25 yards out. And that's, we talked about Cousins. Martin Escobar with the assist. 21-15. And Cousins, who has
You're the best, thank you.
been drifting up, and he got caught out of position, and that is Carl Shan's first goal of the year.
Assist by number 15, Martinez Colat. Goal by number
21.
21, Carl Shan Jr.
We might have to get our crack stat team on to see the last time Midway scored this many goals in a half. And that is a full team and not just me being distracted when I should be watching the game. It's now 4-2. It's a foul on Midway. Eagles had 4 goals on the season coming into today. Actually, I bet I can tell you. I know that there was a believe, an 8-0 win over Ohio Christian last year. 8-1. I'm sorry. Ball is sent in and brought out of the air. Yes, Midway scored 5 goals in the second half of that game on October 21st, 2023. So not exactly a huge wayward trip down memory lane, but uh-oh. Yeah, this. And it's going to be a yellow card. Stop the clock, guys.
12.
I think that was on KJ. 21.
Yellow card on 21.
Yep, that is a yellow card on
Thank you.
Carl Shand. And yeah, this one. As I said, the first ever meeting between these two teams. This is played with the tenacity of a backyard rivalry. It's now 2 yellows and 1 red, to go along with 6 goals here in the first half. Ten minutes to go here in. Okay, you know about the 1 minute and 10-second thing, right? Attack again. Ball knocked away and booted out of play. This is Midway's most productive first half since October 21st. I believe the last one was also October 21st. But that was a 13-1 win against Carlo, in which they scored 5 goals in the first half. And they've still got just about 9 minutes to try to equal that total here. Couple of substitutions.
Who we got there on those subs?
9 for 12, 2 for 4, 29 for 6. 29 for 6.
Who's coming in? 9? 9 for 12. You said 9 came in at Wills?
And
9, 2, and 29.
sure what the stoppage was.
Yep.
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 2, Alonso Lima.
We got stoppage here.
9, 4, 12. Number 2 for number 4, and number 29 for number 6. Just 9, 2, and 29.
Looks like we're perhaps taking a hydration break. Not a bad idea. It is approaching 90 degrees
29 for 6.
Subbing in for the
on
Midway Eagles, number 29.
that field.
Tyler
Midway
Brown.
looking for its first win of any kind on.
Cannot be Tyree Brown checking in. Come on, guys.
She said 29.
39.
39.
Make Tyree Brown inactive on the back end of the website because he is not eligible right now.
And back we go. Did you sub him in?
I subbed him in.
Okay, we'll have to take his part. Well, we'll get it at halftime. We'll have to take his participation off because.
I just edited it.
Okay, but it still might show up, so we'll have to look at that. A breakaway attempt for here for Midway. Move, a redirected header, and a nice diving save. He's walking. It was looked like Ben Banton on the header attempt. And we're going to have a corner kick.
Midway?
Correct.
56 does not exist.
Yep.
Could it be 58 or 55?
56.
56 does not exist.
All batted up and out of play.
Do you have a roster? There's not a 56 on our team.
Yeah, there's no 56.
I don't know.
Have it right here. There's no 56.
There's not a 56 on our
He's
roster.
going to check because it's either, I'm guessing it's someone who has a different number.
Patient.
Everybody's number 7.
Patient to Yashime has checked in. As we are under 4 minutes to go here Midway on the break. That's Escobar. He slows down, fires, scores. Unassisted goal by Martin Escobar. And Midway is now tied the aforementioned 5 goals from that previous game against Carlo. Is that tied for the most? Well, I don't have the answer now, but I'll dig, folks. I'll dig as well as I can to find that information. But Midway, suffice it to say, their most impressive offensive showing of the year. This is a team that had 3 shots on goal in its previous 2 games combined. It's 5 goals by 5 different players. Five goals on 7 shots. As we are down to the 3-minute mark here in half number 1. Ooh. Definitely attest that I think soccer players are far less fazed by direct shots to the dome than I would be. And again, I am a brittle 73-year-old man and not a college athlete in the prime of my life, so differences abound. 2 minutes remain. You're in the first half. Scrum. Vincent will corral it. Around down there as we are approaching the final minute.
1 minute.
Pollock kicks that one out of play. Seconds, that ball is redirected.
That was a shot that was blocked.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will be your first half. Midway takes a 5-2 lead into the break. That is, we'll have your stats up and try to track down if Midway has ever scored more goals in the first half of a game. Information will become. We're going to go radio silent. We will be back for the second half. little under 4 minutes to go in the halftime. Your score, Midway 5, UC Clermont 2. Did not track down those stats, whether or not that was a team record or tied a team record. But I will have stats here. And the first half that saw 7 goals and 2 saves. Also, a red card, 2 yellows, a near miss by UC Clermont roughly a minute into the game. That half had pretty much everything other than shutdown defense, I suppose, but Midway takes a 5-2 lead. Go back to the scoring. In the first 9 minutes, Andy Alfredo scored off a pass from Anwar Perry. In the 9th minute, Blake Warner scored his first goal at Midway to make it 2-0. 21st minute, Trey Wynn off an assist by Alex McAfee. At 2-1, Midway answered with a Henry Alvor goal off an assist by Miles Azell. McAfee had his second assist on a goal by Isaka, Issa-Iaka, Thiama, Thiama, to make it 3-2. And a little under 4 minutes left. Carl Shan Jr. scored off a Martin Escobar assist, and then Escobar got into the scoring column on his own in minute number 41 with a goal. That is your scoring summary for the first half. 5 different Midway Eagles accounting for 5 goals in a rather chippy half. We are about to begin the second half here shortly. This game, as I stated before, but you know what? I'm just going to go right ahead and state it again. Will be followed by a women's soccer game between these 2 schools. As assistant SID Chase Bachman running back into the press box. Wave to him, Case. Wave to him. To get you our starting lineups here as we are getting down to the last minute before the start of half number 2.
Took me long to register what you were saying.
Around the River States Conference. Conference play obviously not started yet. On the non-conference side, Indiana East jumped out to a 4-2 record. Oakland City 3-2-1. Shawnee State 3-3-1. IU Columbus 2-3-1. Everybody else under 500. West Virginia Tech 1-2-2. Rio 1-3-1. St. Mary of the Woods 2-5. Midway 1-3. And the Bearcats of Brescia are 0-5-1. Conference play right around the corner, as on September 28th, Midway will have its first River States Conference game right in this very locale against West Virginia Tech. The halftime, the buzzer has sounded. Once the Cougars, who are down their coach, make it out, this second half will begin. Once again, we are just pleased as punch that you've decided to join us here on this Sunday afternoon doubleheader. Half number 2 has begun. Just joining us. This game has featured 9 shots on goal. 7 of them have been converted.
The whole 56 situation. Did you figure out the whole 56 situation?
Did you push the record button when you started? Yeah. Okay. I was just curious. I thought we'd stopped it. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. It's good if you make a point to remember that because I'm really bad at doing so. Clermont coming in, and we're going to get a whistle. They have stopped the clock. .43:42 on the clock. Stopped it. I thought maybe they'd be. And we're going to have. No, obviously there was a card. We're going to have a free penalty kick here. I don't know who the call was on. Trying to make out who this is. It looks to be number 11, Alex McAfee, and he scores. And some more chippiness going on, so I don't know who that card was on. Alex McAfee, who had 2 assists in the first half, now has a goal. And it is 5-3.
Goal by the Cougars, number 11, Alex McPhee.
Did you see who got the yellow card there?
So we are back at it now. It's 5-3.
Someone got a yellow card, which I don't think y'all have to announce.
In a minute and a half, and
We haven't announced it, so
it's now 5-3. Ball will be kicked out of play.
When the game ends, this is when you're definitely going to let me go down to the field and talk to the officials to make sure we got the cards right.
Midway looking to answer back. Ball will be knocked out of play. It's a nice pass inside, but a little too much gusto off the foot of Trey Wynn. AP Perry going one-on-one here. We'll try to redirect the ball back to the middle of the field. A lot of contact. Kyle Ziegelmeyer makes the stop and turns it away, though Midway keeping all the ball on the plus side of the field. Bucks that one forward, going to be back to the goal. Another potential opportunity, but the ball sails a bit too far. Connor Vincent able to get his hands on it. Midway still without a save in this game. All 3 Clermont shots on goal have been successful. But Midway has countered with 5 goals of its own, as we've played 6 minutes in half number 2. Who knows how this one's going to play out? Certainly the most wild game we've seen so far here in this still young, very young season. Bad crowd here for the first of this Sunday afternoon doubleheader. Miscommunication there by Midway. The ball out of play. Take away by Perry. Now trying to kickstart another opportunity here for Midway. What a pass. And that is going to be a beautifully executed play there by Midway. Andy Alfaro. Little tap of the heel finds Henry Alvor, and the lead is back up to 3. 25. Yes. That was what you'd call a gorgeous play.
Henry Alvor. Assist by number 25, Andy Alfaro.
Don't get out there and hit a long whistle.
Alfaro had his first goal of the game, now has an assist. And Henry Alvor, the first Eagle to score 2 goals. It is now a 6-3 game. 9 minutes into half number 2. Yeah, it's going to be an offside call against the Cougars. Or correction. Looks like a foul call against Midway. So a free kick here around the 8-yard line. Boot, and that'll be knocked away and kicked out of play. Fired away. Escobar going for the hat trick, or Alvar, I'm sorry, with the going for the hat trick. A little too much air under that one. Possession to the Cougars. We did not have the score on the screen there. Yet another embarrassing gaffe. But there it is. A lot of contact, and that ball is going to be a good save by Connor Vincent. It's a 1-on-3 attack, a good shot. I can't make out the number who it was. A shot by Trey Wynn, who's been very active today. That is the first save of the day for Vincent in goal. Pass downfield, we got another opportunity, and another Midway goal. The onslaught continues. Cedric Reguero. Good play by Reguero. That is now. And Jared Baston being credited for the assist. That is 7 goals by 6 players.
Goal by the Midway Eagles, number 46. Cedric Reguero.
6 of the assist.
Assist by number 6, Jared Baston.
So the balanced attack continues. And the try, Perry gets a little bit of room. AP Perry misses a little wide. Sailed that one just a bit to the left. Had the room, but didn't quite have the angle. So Midway looking to put this one in a stranglehold. Ted Nugent style. Ball sailed down to Perry's offsides. A frustrated kick to the dirt. Ball going to be out of play. Possession to the Cougars. A corner kick. Have they had a corner kick today? They have not.
And then 21 for 1, or for 4, sorry. For UC Clermont.
Just to confirm, that last one was 21 for 4.
Yes.
34 close, right?
Mhm.
Thank you.
So that was the first corner kick of the day.
That was 11 McAfee on the corner.
Subbing in
But
for
it
Midway, with
produces
number 34, Pregame.
no scoring.
21 for the other team. Yes, that's correct.
Subbing in for the Cougars, number 21, Cameron Kendrick.
Just don't want to mess up. No, yeah, you're good. I was looking at this 24 and I was like, it froze me for a second. I was glitching.
And a lot of contact. Going to be a foul on UC Clermont. Roughly 17 minutes gone here in half number 2. It's good cross pass, but a good defensive play to knock it out. foul. Whoa! Player is down. Clock will stop. 26:46. This guy's been a little better, but there's still a little bit of chippiness. It's a little testy, if you will. These two teams have, once again, never played before. And a free kick. Plays. That's going to be knocked out of play. Back into that danger area with the sloping ditches, but it was stopped by some passers-by. As we're going to have another corner kick. And as Alex McAfee, 26:19 to play. It in, and it is moves back to the 15-yard line, sailed high. I think that was Gavin Hawkins.
15 and 9 coming in. 11 Midway, 15 and 9 coming in. Coming out is 7.
That was Gavin Hawkins who sailed it.
7 and 30 coming out. 15 and 9 going in.
Midway subbing in Martin Escobar.
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 13, Martinez Sola. And subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 9.
Oh, they did.
They did change goalies.
Looks like 0 came in goal for them.
We've got a goal change.
Liam Bell.
Liam Bell is your new keeper for Clermont. A little over 25 minutes to go here in the second half. And we got another breakaway opportunity here for UC Clermont. They're down, but well defended. And
It's just number 0.
Liam Bell. They had a 0 and a 0-0. Play Bell number 0. They also have a 0-0. Juan Soto, who I'm sure has never heard any comparisons to the Major League Baseball superstar with the same name. So I will refrain. And went down. That looked like one of the, I don't know that there was contact. Very rarely is a non-contact injury a good thing. Trying to make out who that is. It's a single-digit number. That is Brian Valenzuela. And no, he's up and fine. So. Is a header. Will sail to the left.
Midway subs coming in at 3, 24, and 47. Again, that is 3, 24, and 47 coming in.
47, right?
As well as number 10. Number 10 coming in as well. Coming out is 20, 25, 4, and 46. Again, coming out was 4,
number 3.
In a battle for the ball. That's
Number 10, Ben Benton. Number 24,
playing
Blake Warner.
well out onto the field is a
Florence O'Regan.
common trait, regardless who's back there in goal for the Cougars.
That's a hard lesson, dude. Conde, C-O-N-D-E, right?
What happened with the Saints offense, man? They got 35 points against Dallas at halftime. Free kick here. Banton ball is poked in and knocked away. We are now approaching 20 minutes to play here. 20:40 on the scoreboard here. Now 20:40 on the screen. I'm a few seconds behind, but we'll call it close enough. As Midway, barring a major collapse, is going to get its second one of the season, although this has been hardly a conventional game, so who knows? And it's open look. They missed, and a goal is going to be scored. Sam Mylor. You had a couple opportunities missed on this first swing. And Mylor scores to make it 8-3. And now 7 different players have scored 8 goals. And we are being told the clock is now being moved to 19:10.
I'm still waiting on it.
And who's up in?
What number got the goals? Number 3?
Sissy subs for now. 14 and 13.
That is Sam Mylor's first goal at Midway. He is a sophomore.
Subbing in for the Cougars, number 3, Nathan Waits.
Goal was scored by number 3, Sam Myler.
Subbing in for the Cougars, number 14,
Unassisted.
Ryan Schwab.
I just heard it saying
No, I don't think.
Myler. I was putting a little too much stank with Mylor. We get a corner kick here by Clermont.
He hasn't told me yet.
Midway equaling its highest goal output from last year, an 8-1 win over Ohio Christian.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and announce Sam Mylor.
Goal for the Midway Eagles, number 3, Sam Myler.
Got some. Nope. Subs came in prematurely. opportunity. And a nice defensive play, but Escobar tracks it down. Comes it off. Again, that shot is going to be saved. It was whoever that is. And another opportunity. Ben Benton misses just wide. So the Eagles attempting to pad their lead even further. Sail just wide.
For Midway is 2 for 37, 2 for 37, 21 for 6, 21 for 6. And for UC Clermont is 22 for 10, 22 for 10.
2 and 21 for Midway.
Subbing in for the Midway Eagles, number 2, Alonso Lima,
Who kicked it?
and number 21, Carl Shannon.
What's that? Who kicked it line left? 10. Ben, number 10.
Cougars, 21.
22 for
22.
Subbing in for the Cougars, number 22, Sulaiman Tiama.
Clock running, under 16 to go. Midway 8, Cincinnati-Clermont 3. Defensive play down there in the corner. Number 34, Braden Legger. And a corner kick coming for the Cougars as we are under 15 minutes to go here. Oh, definitely some contact there. Escobar took a tumble, and a foul is going to be called. Good pass, loose ball. Shot opportunity here, and a goal is scored. Ring up another one. That's Florine Twart. I gotta get. That is Florine Twahirwa. Scores for the first time. That's and this one has turned into a rout. 9 goals by 8 players.
Who got the assist on that one, Dylan?
Goal by the Midway Eagles, number 47, Florine Tahira.
No assist.
Thank you, sir.
And that one is unassisted.
Said no assist.
Yep.
Here you go, sir.
Thanks. So there's an opportunity, and that one into the ditch. Down it goes. Clock is stopped. Stop the clock. Someone has to wade down into that slanted inditchment. As I say that, I don't even know if inditchment is a word, but my instinct tells me no, it is not. But who cares? 13:01 to play.
No, one of them was Jacob Polyak, regular.
Did you see the subs on those?
And Ben Banton, good pass, but it's going to be saved.
That was number 20.
So 12 minutes to go here. Brian Alvor on that last shot attempt.
They didn't tell us who subbed in. I think the people that subbed in are the ones that got the shot.
Ball lands into the arms of Connor Vincent. And folks, with this,
You got the subs.
I never did get the subs. No.
this is
The
the
Eagles number 20 and 58.
20 and 56, I think, went in, but I don't know who came out.
this is the second most goals ever scored
It was 56. It was 58.
There is a 56.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
supposed to be
that's
7.
by Midway. That previous record referenced before, but let's reference it again just for giggles. October 21st, 2021, a 13-1 win over Carlo. Midway still has 10 minutes to add to that. The handball.
We need to put someone down there because this is ridiculous.
This is what I'm talking about.
Which is fine. Like, if you're the AD, you got to do other things. Like, I
Yeah,
totally
I
get
agree.
that. But, like, I can't do my job effectively if we don't have somebody that's dedicated to doing that specific thing.
And a breakaway opportunity here. And that's going to be a foul. That is about as cut and dry as it gets. That's on Jacob Pollock.
So, a no foul, but a yellow card instead.
Pollock disputing it. I gotta say, from my vantage point, that is an argument he's unlikely to win. So I think we're gonna get a second PK try here. as Trey Wynn, number 9, lining up for a one-on-one try, and he scores.
Yes.
With 8:24 to play.
Goal by the Cougars, number 9, Trey Wynn.
Trey Wynn with his second goal of the game.
Someone came in for Midway.
Did you guys catch those subs?
That's going forward, and that's going to be offsides on the Eagles. We are under 8 to go here. A highly eventful first game, and we got a whole other one coming shortly hereafter with the Eagle women and Cougar women ready to face off. And that'll be offside. Men who looking like they're going to improve to 2-3 next week. Have just one game. They will make the short trip to Lexington to face Transy. 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 18th. Pollock on the free kick, and that one will go wide. And we've got a substitution for Midway. 10 for 21. That would be Ben Benton for Carl Shand Jr. We are
10 for 21 on that one.
14 came in.
That's 14.
Yeah.
correction. That was Fabian Garcia checking into the game.
Subbing in for the New Eagles, number 14, Fabian Garcia.
Good catch on that one, Jose.
The 5-minute mark is approaching, and it is here right now. Midway 5 goals up, 5 minutes to play in game number 5 of the season. into the middle of the field and off said field. One more substitution for Midway.
Catch that sub. Yep.
It is Braden
Subbing for the Midway
Leger,
Eagles, 34. Braden Ledger.
or Ledger, Leger. And another collision. The physicality remains, even with this one seemingly decided. 2 minutes and 36 seconds on the game clock. Too high. 2-minute mark approaching. Oh, my clock on screen is ahead. But let me correct that. There we go. We're now in sync. Call on Clermont. You got the 1 minute call?
1 minute remaining.
1 minute to play. This is Connor Vincent. Engulfs the ball. Eagles just playing keep away here.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is going to be your ball game, the final here from Midway University. The home Eagles 9, UC Clermont 4. Some final stats, Midway with 18 shots, 12 shots on goal, and 9 goals by 8 different players. To reiterate, that is the second most goals ever scored by a Midway men's soccer team in a single game. Eagles improved to 2-3. We are going to go black here for a bit, but we will be back in roughly 1/2 of 1 hour as these two programs' women's teams will square off. Thank you for joining us, and I hope, against hope, you will be back for the second game. Thank you.